getting warm here already. Whew, more. So I've never actually finished an entire sketchbook until now. So I made this sketchbook a little while back as a I was still into scrapbooking at the time, and when I say a while back I mean like 5 years ago, and I was still into scrapbooking, and I originally made it out of junk. So it was gonna be like a junk journal, and then it just sat there for ages, and then I realized scrapbooking's not my thing. I want to make art. So that's what I did. I turned it into an art book. So instead of using the pages as junk journal pages, I use them as the basis of sketches and paintings and all sorts of things. And I actually think there's a couple of drawings in here that I turned into art prints because I love them. I also want to dispel a myth that sketchbooks need to be pretty. There's nothing pretty about a good portion of these pages. There's some pages that are beautiful and some pages that look horrible. A sketchbook's meant to be a place where you explore, and I just want that to be perfectly clear. I know a lot of people want to portray this really beautiful sketchbook, and if they don't like something in the sketchbook, they cover it up and paint over it. I'm not that person. Sketchbooks are meant to be where you explore and you grow. You learn from your mistakes. So yeah, I left all of that in. I didn't cover things up. Some things are really average, and actually towards the end you can see there's a couple of pages I just really wanted it to be done, because I was so keen to get this sketchbook finished. Yeah, but you know what? Let's get into it. So I made this sketchbook using tutorials from Sea Lemon, and there's another girl I watch, Book Bindery. Oh, I can't remember. I'll put them both below underneath this bad boy for you to have a look at. I love making my own sketchbooks and journals and books and stuff. So let's get into it. I'm just going to keep going. If I want to talk to you about something, I will. These are very early sketches. I think I was using paint markers. Chansey with a blob on her face. Or his face, I'm not sure. Look, I actually wrote that. Chansey with paint blob on face. That's good. A lion. I started drawing some lions, some chickens up close. Check out him. Her actually. Lion growling. I just wanted these to be loose, and I started doing things that other artists do where they put like these blocks of colours in the background, which I actually think this page needed because I wanted the line to stand out more. This paper here, I'll go through, I'll tell you what paper is it. This is like photo paper. You can see it's kind of shiny. So these were paint markers on top, and it's textured because it's sitting on top, but the markers are soaked in. That's just regular cardstock. Yeah, this is a picture book page, a page from like an old school picture book, like, you know, stories for good girls or whatever. Some snail drawings on the back of that. Look, there you go, Kodak photo paper. You can actually see it written there. Yeah, this is the back of that page. This was like, this page here is like a how it works type book. And I just put a layer of paint down before I use paint pens on top. That butterfly, that bee's cool, but its wings over here. I was going to turn it into a print, but not. This is a dodgy page. I don't know. I was trying to develop like a koala type character. Didn't really work, and I thought I'd draw a flower with some pencils. So this, oh, look at that. I actually think that's alcohol markers on top of a acrylic, Yeah. Again, this is another page from that picture book. Actually, I think this is the other side of the signature. My dogs, that's my little twisty girl. Thought I'd turn that into a sticker maybe one day. Who knows? Started drawing some buildings and stuff. Look, I actually started dating things. This is from the 18th of the 11th, 2019. I just always forget to date things. That's my Steve when he was a baby. My little puppy Steve. I actually really like this page. I like the sketches that I've done. I really like drawing in pencil. This is like a scrap paper I got to do scrapbooking, and I just have heaps of it, so I put quite a bit of it in. These were some plans for painting that I never did. And the idea was I did like an ink drawing, and then these little squares were done in pastel in colour. So it was ink drawing in black, and then these little pops of colour throughout them. I might still revisit that, I don't know. Frank's here. This was like shimmer paper. This stuff is shimmer paper. The pencil doesn't go on really well. You have to press quite hard. This is Steve sleeping. Again, I think this is this paper. Look, and I just wanted to draw Puppy Steven sleeping, and I thought I don't draw full bodies very often, and I wanted to get better at it. And you probably can't even really see it. So this is him laying, his little puppy belly, and then that's a face. I actually think those are Boris. These ones, my other dog. Face, head. These I put on TikTok ages ago. This page is that DIY. You see it says screw. This is fixing sticking drawers. Yep, that's what this is. I literally just had old books, I ripped them apart, used their pages. These two, I love this. I love this style where I've used the, whatchamacallem, Posca paint pens. I've kind of used a bit of a basic palette. Not a basic, what is it? Limited palette. And that's a page from that book. Shimmer paper. I started doing like this whole, I need to create characters about a donut. And then I realised I didn't really like them, so I stopped. Tree out of pastels. This one is a print in my shop because I loved him. He's great. I love it. Like a turtle, and I think my Posca paint pen had a blow up moment. This one, I have these bits of acetate, and I thought, what am I going to actually do with it? So I actually realised the neo pastels work really nicely on them. So I did this drawing of a turtle, and then did the thing on top. The problem with the acetate is it breaks in the middle, so that yeah, it's very delicate. Yeah, so there's just that turtle without the top hat and glasses. That could be a cool painting, actually. Just keep going. That's that same paper from the that I wanted to use as scrapbooking, and I have like a whole ream. I think I got them from Aldi years ago. This bit of acetate I did nothing with. I actually just played around to see how ink would go on it, and it actually works really well. But yeah, I did these series of leopards. I think there's a short on my YouTube page where I actually showed you these ones. So the first one I did from a picture I took when I was at the zoo, and then I just kept painting from the painting, kept drawing from the painting kind of thing, and they kind of got a bit different and stuff, which was cool. Little fairy wren. I loved Chris Raniak. He does these morning scribbles, but I love his characters. I love the way he gets such depth in. So I just did a couple of his faces just to explore how he did that. And they just look so cute. They're amazing. And then I did some kingfishers. I think I did a YouTube clip on these. Maybe, or I plan to. I did this red blob and then I don't really want to do anything with that, so I just drew over it. It looks weird, but doesn't matter. This is I did another red blob, but then I turned it into a, what do you call them? Red cardinal, isn't it? I think. Look cute. I just made that up. Blue face honey eater, right there. I love them. I don't know what it is about them. And then I started doing challenges, and then I just didn't give up. So I was going to do like 100 days of fish. So like this is day 3, day 4. That was number 1. He's cool. I like him. I think I might have to turn him into something, I think. There's day 2, which is his squid. That's cool. I don't actually know where I got any of the drawings. Look, I've even got dates. 18th of the 8th. Don't know what year though. It doesn't tell me. I didn't write a year. Yeah, some more photo paper. And this time I thought I'd try watercolor on top of the photo paper for my blue face honey eaters. I actually think it's cool. I wouldn't do anything with it, but it looks cool. That's just pastel, like oil pastel on paper, just on plain cardstock. Just playing around with some colors, some birds. Did paint and then put pastel on top. A lot of oil pastel. I did some full drawings. Again, these feel like a mix of pencils, pastels, neo colors. Because I kind of got this tub where I put all my pastels and neo colors. Yeah, they're there. That's cool. I like that elephant there too. King parrot that I saw, went camping once, so I tried to draw him. Bit cute. Some more fishies, an eel, part of that challenge I'm assuming. Number 8. I often will just open a sketchbook to a random page, so these aren't always in order. This is the 19th of the 8th. Interesting. Pelican, just sketching with paint, and that's its foot and its face. Just doing almost like animal, animal studies. A little fox, I think. Now, and again, you can see this is that fix-it book, home repairs and maintenance. So repairing and leaf-proofing gutters. So these I did with ink. Oh no. They're just little, I think I found these on Google Maps, just in England, and I just drew them because I wanted to get better. I want to get better at some landscapes, especially urban scapes. Yeah, anyway, cool. That looks like the colours of a kingfisher, but it doesn't look like its beak's not a kingfisher beak, so I don't know what bird that is. This is just a view. I think I took the photo one day driving into town, and I loved it, so I drew it. These 2 pages stuck together, which is annoying, but I love my walruses. Look at him. Look at him. He's cute. Isn't he cute? That was just with white charcoal pencil on a page, and I was playing around with using just like Liquitex gesso to prime the page to use pastels and stuff on. Same with this next page. That's why the baking paper's there. This one wasn't as successful, and I don't know why, but probably needed another layer of gesso maybe. But there's that picture book. It's, you know, you got some just playing around with paint and stuff to make these, what do you call them? Abstracts, that's the word. Abstracts. These ones aren't pinned down, just playing around with some flowers. I think these are neo pastels or oil pastels. Some sort of pastel. Oh look, and this is a teaching book that I never used. And I originally dyed the pages using like Dilutions inks to use for scrapbooking and junk journaling. But yeah, it kind of looks cool with the pastels on top. These are from photos, so that's Steve, that's Boris. Photos I took with them wearing my sunglasses, like I think almost exactly these sunglasses. Yeah, I love them. They're cool. Possibly a kingfisher, I'm not sure. Another red cardinal. I kind of liked how the last one turned out. This is another one I use. I use music paper as well. Pigeon. Who doesn't love a pigeon? A painting, a landscape painting. I started doing things like dating and like kind of writing what I used. Charcoal and acrylic. So I used charcoal to kind of do some definition. You can see my fingers are dirty. 18th of September 2022. A bit like Sandy Hester does. You know, she always writes the date. But then I did it once and then I stopped. I don't know what's happening here. I was using some metallic paint by the looks of it. I know it's an eye. I'm not sure. I kind of did this. Oh, okay. So I kind of did a little bit. So I wrote BC for blind contour. So that was a blind contour drawing. And this was a SBC. What's S? Oh, a single line blind contour. So it means I didn't take my pen off the page. Although I can clearly see that I have. Yeah, anyway. It's another road. Look, and here's some more acetate. I kind of ended up not using the acetate because it was actually annoying. Like, and it makes the pages flick back too, which I find annoying. Some more oil pastel, I think, just a cow. Then I took this photo of these cows looking at me and I thought, oh God, that's a great photo. I want to draw it. So I just drew it in a slightly lighter purple than what I painted. Magpies are still something I've got to work on. I'm trying. Oh, look, and these two pages, obviously, the acetate and the page stuck together. Having a playing around with putting a cow in different places, different situations. So this was like meant to be like one of those old school diving things. What do you call it? Helmets. And you know, and his ears are sticking out. And here are two stickers I've got available in my shop. I thought I'd just waste a page by putting stickers there. And some more walruses. So these are charcoal. And I thought I'd try charcoal, white and black charcoal on acrylic paint. Look, they turned out all right. I wouldn't do it as a final piece or anything, but they do look cool. My little koala. This is just still charcoal. Another koala in a tree. This is a frog. I love this frog. That actually looks really cool. Whatchamacallit? Cassowary. Love some cassowaries. I love really random animals. I love that's just a landscape. The underdogs of the art world. So I did this not short story. It was a children's books writing, what do you call it? Class. And I did this story about a crow, who gets kicked out of his murder. And they said, you ought to be very careful. People will not commission stories based because the crows are hard to draw. And so I just went, I'm going to have a crack. They're hard to illustrate. Well, like, actually, that wasn't that bad. Like, I took a little bit of inspiration from Real Pigeons, who the main bad guy is a crow. Or a raven, I'm not sure which one. This is just, whatchamacallit? Charcoal on shimmer paper. Shimmer paper. Yeah, just some chickens. Look, I should have put some paper there because you can see where the chickens kind of imprinted over, but that doesn't matter. Like I said, my sketchbook's not meant to be like super neat and tidy. This is real. This is me playing around with materials, mediums, ideas, things like that. So I got chicken with is that, oh yeah, that'd be soft pastels as well as charcoal. Little watercolor sketch of a cow. I think I was playing around with wetting pastels, so soft pastels, and wetting it. Yeah, and did a psychedelic chicken. I'm fairly certain that is soft pastels. I thought it was neopastels, but I got a lot of it on my finger. Yeah, so see these line pages, I did the same as that alphabet book. You know, I had dyed them with the Dilutions inks from Ranger, and I dried them in the oven, which kind of created some of these cool marks. So just on a super low heat, if you do that, it's like no more than 100 because you don't want the paper to catch on fire, which has kind of turned out to be quite a nice little thing. These sketches are from my trip to New Zealand. I did them when I came back, but they're from photos that I took. So that's a duck that was like splashing about in the water, and this was a little is it a sparrow? No, it's not a sparrow. It's a little, can't remember what they're called, but I'll put a picture of the bird that I mean somewhere here-ish. I like my sound effects. Yeah, some more ducks. I kind of got a bit obsessed with the ducks and the duck butts. Duck butts are cool. Yeah, macaw, another duck. And some capybaras, because, you know, like everyone's doing capybaras now, but now I feel like they're overdone. I don't know, I was just doing some sketches, some little watercolor sketches of the capybara in different colors. Capybara butt, look at that, that's a cute butt. That is a very cute butt. Some Eastern rosellas. I love that. I thought that was just... I thought that was pastels, oil pastels. Little painterly sketch of a thingamajig. Budgie painting. Some more of those, whatchamacallits. Oh, I keep forgetting the name. Abstracts. A couple more abstracts. And the last page I did this little landscape. I actually painted just this mound first, and I went, actually that could be like this really cool little like mountain, like hill, and then it's got these fields in the background. I actually really like how that turned out, and the ochre sky, the yellow ochre, or more of a golden ochre sky. Anyway, yeah, and that's the end of that. If that's not impressive, I don't know what is. Yeah, so thank you for joining me on this little trip through. I probably just put like crap on my nose. My trip into my first ever finished sketchbook. I'm actually really hoping, because I've actually been concentrating on trying to fill one sketchbook at a time since then, and I've got this one, which if you follow me on Instagram and stuff, I have been doing all of my most recent sketches in, and I'm about halfway. And I'm filling it up faster than I thought. So I'm really hoping in a month or two I might be able to give another sketchbook tour. No, but I've just got the one. And again, it's I handmade one. I make the covers out of, it's just chipboard with fabric. Let me know if you want me to do a little tutorial. I might make one with you one day, maybe. I've got an A4 one here that I'm wanting to make with good watercolor paper. I've got all the stuff there to make it though, so maybe not. But thank you for joining. Thanks for joining. If you've made it this far, give me, what should we do? A green love heart in the comments. I'd love to hear if you've made it this far. Tag me in Instagram, find all the details underneath. If you want to share with me your whatchamacallit, sketchbook.